So in this eye, you can see, okay, the blue color going around the iris, that's the cholesterol ring, and it's very prominent here. The blue purple ring, okay, it's cholesterol. So it shows acidity in the body. The body will produce cholesterol to fight metabolic waste it cannot dispose of. So in your case, very prominent. Also, you see the red blood vessels, shows high acidosis. And look at that yellow spot, shows weakness of the liver. Okay, and you see those lines going round and round. Those are called nerve rings, indicates your nervous system is weak. Okay, this is often due to the fact that your adrenals are weak. Adrenals produce neurotransmitters that control the nervous system. Look closely around your bowels. This right here is ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. You notice there's a slight line going around it. That's called an autonomic nerve weak. Indicates that your digestion is weak due to a weak nervous system, which is again due to weak adrenals. Okay. Also, when the gut is congested with mucus and acids, the solar plexus, which houses the nerves, doesn't work properly, so your nervous system is going to be weak. That dark line going around the pupil is called a malabsorption ring, indicates you're malabsorbed. You're not absorbing nutrients as you should be. This is due to mucus plaque in the small intestines. You see those fine lines leaching out the pupil, that's called radix solaris, indicates toxic tunnels of waste leaching out to other body parts and glands. Okay, so the toxins are actually moving from the gut and infecting other parts. You need to clean that up. Use a bowel cleanser and a bowel strength tincture to help you remove this. You see there's a purple hue in the arterial pupil, that's cholesterol ring, indicates that you have potential eye issues arising, okay, cataracts, etc. And this top part here, okay, is the hair and scalp region. As you can see, is also compromised as well. Look at the white dots going around the pupil. That's called a lymphatic rosary. Indicates your lymph nodes are getting swollen or stagnant. So you need to fix that with lymphatic herbs and fix the kidneys as well. Okay, and you got 100% fruit diet to help move things. So there's also a thick ring going around the eye. That's called skin ring. Indicates that you are not sweating properly. Your thyroid is weak. When the thyroid is weak, you won't be able to sweat. Your metabolism will be weaker, so sweat won't come out properly. So there's no efficient disposal of waste to the skin. Also, when the kidneys are not filtering out waste, the skin will try and take the burden because the skin is the third kidney, and since it's not as efficient as the kidneys, it will accumulate waste underneath, and you have potential skin issues arising, like eczema, rashes, etc. Okay, there's a slight tint, a yellow-orange color to the eye. This indicates there's potential candida and sulfur in there as well. Okay, but it's not so prominent, but I would deworm anyways with an antimicrobial tincture and a parasite W tincture to give you a head start. So right here is where the life force center of the brain is located. You can see there's congestion there, okay, and this is not good. Okay, it indicates life force energy, and it's reflected in the brain right here. This is the pituitary gland. Look how dark it is. It indicates that there's congestion there. When this is the master gland, when it's weak, all the other endocrine glands tend to be weak. So you need to be in good working order. Use the endocrine tincture and the neurological tincture to strengthen these parts. And so right here is where the pineal gland is located. You can see it's also congested as well. Okay, so you want to address that. This affects sleep and also the pineal gland also controls deals with hormone regulation. So you want to be in good working order. If you currently have sleep issues, use the good night sleep tincture to help you. Okay. But this area needs to be detoxed. Use the endocrine tincture and the neurological tincture. Right here is where the forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, upper jaw, tongue are located. You can see it's quite congested with lymph. Okay, so these are sinuses. You want to make sure there's no excess mucus congestion in the sinuses because the head houses the brain and other important parts. You don't want acids affecting its function. Okay, so use a neti pot with essential oils like peppermint oil to help break the mucus congestion. Chew horseradish root. Use eye washes. Do ear candling. Anything you can do to help break the congestion, okay, of mucus. And then you want to use neurological tincture and circulation tincture to boost blood flow to that region. And so right here where the thyroid is located, you can see it's weak and congested. Okay, you want to address this. Use a thyroid lift tincture. Above it is where the tonsils are located. The tonsils are the main lymph node of the head. It's what will convert acids produced in the head region by cells to lesser acids, which then sent to the kidneys to be eliminated. So you want it in good working order. Use the endocrine tincture. And beside the thyroid is the parathyroid. That deals with calcium utilization. Yeah, when you have varicose veins, spider veins, wrinkles, depression, brittle nails, all due to weak parathyroid. So you want to address it. Use the thyroid lift tincture and the endocrine tincture to strengthen these parts. Right is where the voice box is located. And here, that dark line there hits the esophagus, okay? So you can see it's quite congested with limit. Scapula is right here as well. So you want to use respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture. You also have nerve rings going across it. So it's not as efficient. You can break the mucus with the respiratory T, respiratory 1 tincture, and 100% fruit diet as well. Right is where the upper back is located. And here's the middle back region, and here's the lower back. You can see it's congestion there, okay? So that line there hits the lower back region, and the spine runs here. So there's congestion in the back region. You want to use circulation tincture and to help break the mucus congestion there. Okay. Right here is where the bladder is located as well. You can see it's quite congested with lymph. So the bladder and lower back tend to be congested when the kidneys are congested. because they're very close to the kidneys. When acids can leave those areas, it will accumulate excess mucus and to affect the function of it. Okay, so you want to address this by fixing the kidneys. So right here is where the uterus and vagina regions are located. You can see it's quite congested with lymph, and then nerve rings going across it. Use the female reproductive formula to strengthen these parts. And this is where the kidneys and adrenals are located. Look how dark it is. So here kidneys, and here the adrenals. You have weak adrenals because you have the nerve rings going around, indicates weak nervous system. Also the line going around the bowels is called the autonomic nerve wreath, indicates you have weak digestion. Okay, so all these in part to adrenals. So you want to use adrenal restorative tincture to strengthen the adrenals. For the kidneys, they're essential because the adrenals control the kidneys, but the kidneys, also clean out the lymph system. And when they're not efficient, the lymph system will back up, as you can see clearly in your eyes. That cloud-like structure is lymph stagnation. That's due to weak kidneys. So use 2 kidney tinctures, kidney tea, and maybe nettle seed as well. Very, very powerful to help you get some better kidneys. Okay. And right here is where the right foot, knee, and thigh regions are located. It's quite congested as well. So use the lower circulation tincture to strengthen this part. Right here is where the groin, abdominal wall, and pelvis regions are located. You can see it's quite congested with lymph. Okay, this entire section right here. So use the lower circulation tincture to strengthen these parts. And right here is where the ovaries and testes region will be located. So for the female, I'll use the female reproductive formula for strengthening the female area. And right here is the pancreas. See that dark line? That's the pancreas. So you see it's very weak. Okay, you want to address that. So use the female reproductive formula to strengthen these parts. For the pancreas, use the liver and pancreas formula. And right here, see that spot right there, it indicates weak liver. See, your liver is right here, and the gallbladder is right here. You can see congestion there. So use the liver and gallbladder formula, which is present in the liver and pancreas formula on our website. Okay, the liver is the chemical factory of the body. It's what transmutes chemicals in the body. So it's very important. It's in good working order. And the gallbladder deals with digestion. It produces bile. So address those with the tinctures I just mentioned. So right here is where the liver is located. Here's the gallbladder. See that dark spot? Okay, so the liver and gallbladder are weak. The gallbladder deals with digestion, produces bile. Liver is the transmuting factory of the body. It's what transmutes chemicals in the body. So you want a good working order. Use the liver and pancreas formula to strengthen these parts. Right here is where the arms and hands are located on the right side. Okay, and this section right here is where the ribs, chest, and thorax regions are located. You can see it's quite congested. I would use a respiratory T and a respiratory 1 tincture to strengthen these parts. The breast is located right here as well, also congested as well. And this section right here is where the upper and lower lung region are located. You see there's a dark line going there, so the upper lungs especially are congested with lymph. And here's the shoulders, the neck, and the ear sections, also congested as well. Use a circulation tincture to strengthen these parts. So this line right here hits the mastoid medulla and cerebellum. These areas are important because the mastoid medulla control dizziness, balance, and equilibrium. When they're affected, you're going to have those issues arising. And cerebellum is the main hard drive of the brain. It's what sends the information from the brain to the rest of the body. You need a good working order. Use the neurological tincture and the endocrine tincture to strengthen these parts. And right is where the sex impulse part of the brain is located, libido. Okay, you can see it's the weaker side. Use the neurological tincture to strengthen these parts, and the endocrine. And beside it is where the hypothalamus is located. That dark line there. This controls the thyroid, but also controls other hormones as well. But its main job is to deal with sensory information from the outside world to the brain. And this is chronic. You need to address it with the endocrine tincture and the neurological tincture. Okay, it also controls hunger and thirst. So overall, this eye, what's very pressing are the skin ring, the thick ring there, weak thyroid, the cholesterol ring, also very prominent. So alkalize the body, the malabsorption ring, the cholesterol in the atrial pupil, so the eyes. There's congestion in the brain itself, lots of congestion. The kidneys and adrenals are weak. You have nerve rings, okay, weak adrenals. Liver and gallbladder is weak as well. The female reproductive area is weak. So all these need to be addressed. It'll take a little bit of time, but use the herbs and the fruits and give it time. Adopt a lifestyle that's very a raw vegan lifestyle predominantly. After you've done the cleanse, adopt a raw vegan lifestyle, high raw vegan lifestyle, some cooked now and then, to help you go on the path, because it's quite deep, and those etchings indicate the level of depth in terms of the chronic congestion. Okay, but you're going to get better with time as you do this.